Hey guys, Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for Wolverine and the X-Men, so let's see what's going on with this issue. Let's talk about the cover first. I'd say I was impressed with the cover and wasn't so impressed with the cover all at the same time because I really loved the concept of this cover. I was like, alright, Wolverine's in a wheelchair. Why is this happening? What makes Wolverine get into this state? Like, this must be a really great issue. And then you look at the art. I'm like, we're going back to the art from issue 1. I'm like, oh, great. Because, like, usually you grow, your art grows, it improves, but it just went back a step, for this art. Because, it did improve, because, the first couple issues we had this art, very dark, very cluttered, very messy. And, I wasn't impressed with it. Love the story, because I really have been loving this series. It's been a great series, and I haven't really enjoyed an X-Men series like this in a while. It's one of my favorites. So definitely a great story, but one of my problems with this series has always been the art. And, improved after, first couple issues. I'm like, alright, next time it'll improve again. And we go back to the art we used to have. So it really did go back a step, and I wasn't impressed with it. So again, I like the cover because of the story it might bring, and I wasn't so impressed with the cover because of the art it was bringing. But let's see if I like the story and see if that was good. Let's look into this. So we get to see that Wolverine has a broken leg, I think it is. Yeah, he has a broken leg, obviously. He's in a wheelchair. But, so he has a broken leg, and how's this happening? His bones can't break. So, Beast finds this machine, and he has to go into space to find this machine to make Wolverine fix his broken leg and make sure it doesn't break again. And he's going into space having his own adventure. And we get to see also Sabretooth. He's joining the Hellfire Club and helping them out. So, of course, a Wolverine series need to have a big story arc with Sabretooth, and I'm excited to get to see in future issues how Wolverine and Sabretooth are going to fight and see where that story brings. So introducing Sabretooth in this issue definitely was great and makes me interested to see more stories with him. And we also get to see with the students, they ditch class and they're having their own adventure. So I would say in this issue, there was a lot of adventures of their own. The kids were having an adventure, Beast was having his own adventure, try to find this machine, and Wolverine was actually not really shown in this issue that much, so that's kind of misleading also. But I think there's 3 main stories in this issue. I would say it was Beast, the kids, and Sabretooth. So I thought it was an okay issue. I feel like after we've had this big story arc with Kitty Pryde, with Brew, with this alien invasion into the school, I'm like, you had to top this, So I wasn't really expecting a filler issue, and especially with Avengers vs. X-Men, I knew this was going to be a tie-in series. So I expected, oh, there's got to be some big story arc going to be going on here. There's got to be big stuff going on. And I had to say, I just wasn't really impressed with this issue. The art, that really was not a fan of that. Here's an example. Very cluttered, very dark, and for these characters, it just doesn't fit them, and I'm not impressed with the art. And hopefully the art improves. I don't think it's going to grow on me because I'm just not a big fan of this art. But again, the story is still good for the series. Even though this issue was a filler issue, I'm still liking the story. And the characters fit so well. And we're learning more about the students. And sometimes with these type of series, we get to the writers forget about the students and to learn how to develop their story. In this series, they don't do that. They make every student special, and they make us learn more about them. And even though we're not seeing every issue, we get to see all our favorite characters and all our favorite students. With each story arc, we get to learn a little bit more. Even Angel, who's now a completely different character because he got everything. We're learning more about him. We're learning more about Brew. We're learning more about all these people that we want to learn more about. And of course, we get to see stories with Beast, Wolverine, Kitty Pryde, Iceman. So that's why I love this series. But with this, I felt like it was a filler issue without learning anything about these characters. And so that's why I felt like it was a waste. And with filler issues, I like to see, alright, this was a filler issue. It didn't really progress the story, but we learned more about this character. We learned more about this. In this issue, I felt like we didn't learn more about anything. It was just kind of like, oh, alright, Beast is gonna go on his adventure. The students ditch class, it just wasn't a very impressive issue. And I guess I'm being so strict with this issue because of how much the series has given us before this issue. And I really do like this series, and that's why I was very strict with this issue because of the fillerness of it. But I think in the next issue, once it gets to be a tie-in to Avengers versus X-Men, it could be very interesting. Hopefully they changed the art, but it could definitely be interesting because Wolverine is on the X-Men and he's on the Avengers. See which side he does take. I think it could be a very interesting issue, and just to see that story, I think it will be very interesting. So I'm expecting the issues to come to be interesting. Again, with Sabretooth, Avengers vs. X-Men, there's a lot of great story to come for this series. And hopefully the art does improve. But I said don't pick up this issue, but don't forget about this series. It's a great series, and definitely worth picking up the series. Might just have one bad issue, but still worth picking up the series. Even though the art might make you say, I don't want to pick it up, but still the story is very great for this series, and hopefully they change the art soon, but still pick up the series, but don't pick up this issue. I give it 2.5. Again, just a filler issue, didn't really love it, but this was Comic Uno. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. In description below, there'll be a link for that. I'll just have comic book news, reviews I'll be doing, and topic videos I'll be doing. And also, don't forget to follow my other YouTube channel, The Rand Situations. In the description below, there'll be a link for that. We'll just have we'll have news about those videos. So I hope you enjoyed. Again, don't pick up this issue, but don't forget about this series. It's a great series, and with just one filler issue, which we know a lot of comic book series get after a big story arc. So this is Comic Uno. Hope you guys enjoy. Bye.